नमस्कार, फिर से एक बार और आप सभी का स्वागत है तुषार कुमार एकेडमी में। आई विल ट्राई माई लेवल बेस्ट टू गिव यू द बेस्ट। आई बिलीव इन वर्क इज वर्शिप। इफ यू लाइक माई लेक्चर, प्लीज press like button, please share and subscribe, and let us proceed.
Hello. So last time we had discussed about the asexual types. We had discussed about a few things. First of all, we had discussed about the types of fission. The very first, that is binary fission. The second one, that is the multiple fission. After that, we had discussed about the sporulation, how the sporulation occurs. That is what we had talked about in detail. Along with that, we had discussed about budding process. Budding, we had discussed about two different types. One is exogenous budding. The other one is endogenous budding. Now, today we are going to proceed further with the fourth type, and that is fragmentation. Now, fragmentation is but obvious. It occurs in few of the organisms. For example, if we talk about planaria, the starfish, the third one, that is hydra. Now, the thing what happens over here, simple terms, अगर मान लो एक organism है, वो organism के टुकड़े हो जाते हैं. कहने का मतलब that organism undergoes the pieces. It breaks off by any means. हो सकता है आपकी वजह से टूटा हो सकता है नेचुरल तरीके से टूटा हो, लेकिन वो जो टुकड़े हैं, वो जो पीसेस हैं, each of that is known as a fragment, and that fragment is capable enough to produce an individual, and that is what we consider as fragmentation. Now, beyond that, another type, that is the fifth type, and that is the regeneration. In regeneration, you will find that is the entire body of an organism forms a small body part. That means it is completely different from the previous one. यहां पर एक छोटा टुकड़ा हो जाता है, वो पूरी तरह से एक नए ऑर्गेनिज्म में परिवर्तित होता है. कहने का मतलब a part of starfish which is detached, an arm which is detached from the starfish has a capacity to produce an entire starfish. And this type of regeneration is known as MORPHALAXIS. It is known as MORPHALAXIS. Whereas another one, example, if I consider that's lizard. लिजार्ड की पूंछ आपने कभी न कभी टूटते हुए देखी होगी, और वो लिजार्ड की पूंछ जब अलग हो जाती है, उस पूंछ में से पूरा ऑर्गेनिज्म जनरेट नहीं होता. आई होप यू माइट हैव सीन दैट, इजंट इट? लेकिन हकीकत में यह होता है कि जिस जगह पर पूंछ थी, वहां से दोबारा एक पूंछ क्रिएट होती है. दैट मीन्स इट्स द रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ द लॉस्ट बॉडी पार्ट, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी कंसिडर एज एपीमॉर्फेलैक्सिस. Previous one was morphalaxis. This one is epimorphalaxis. So these are the two of the different types of regeneration. उसी प्रकार से, if I talk about another type of asexual reproduction occurring in the organisms, that is strobilation. Now, strobilation is practically a series of ring-like transverse constrictions. It is a series of ring-like transverse constrictions which are developed, and that is the way that individual segmented body, that is known as strobila, and that strobila that is found in Aurelia. So this is another type. Now today we are going to talk about the asexual reproduction in plants. Obviously, the similar type is found to be present in the plants as well as what we talked about earlier in case of the animals. So here a little bit faster, I will just move so that you don't waste your time. First type, that is the fission, the process of undergoing of the division of an organism or the cell, as what we talked about earlier. Here also the same thing happens, and that example which we can consider for the plant, that is the bacteria. It undergoes from 1 to 2. So in specific manner, if at all, if we want to talk about, it is known as a binary fission. Here we talk about in general terms, it is a type of fission. If at all, if we talk about sporulation, but obvious, we have already talked about, I have talked about in detail related to that. Sporulation का मतलब होता है spore का बनना, spore formation. Now, in case of plants, there are two different types of spores which are formed. One is motile. It will be having the flagella. Flagella will be helpful to move from one place to another, and that is the reason why that spore is known as the motile spore. And the motile spore is obviously known as the zoospore. Example, if I consider, that is Chlamydomonas. Another example, that is Eulothrix. Another example, if we talk about an alga, that is Pseudogonium. Here, in all the three cases, you will find the motile spores are found to be present. That means the zoospores having the flagella, which are considered to be the locomotory organs, and because of the spores can move from one place to another, they are known as the motile spores. Example, that is an alga. I'll just show you the same thing in form of the screen over here. You can just have a look to this. These are the three of the examples which you can see over here is what I talked about: Chlamydomonas, Ulothrix, and Oedogonium. Here, if we consider this is an example of the zoospore of Chlamydomonas, and in case of Chlamydomonas, if I talk about, you will find two of the flagella over here. Here, this is an example of Ulothrix where the zoospores are found to be having a 4 flagella. So here they are considered to be motile. Another thing is what we were talking about, that is the non-motile spores, and that is found in fungus. Example is Aspergillus and Penicillium, as what you can see on the screen. Now, these spores are considered to be conidia. They do not possess any kind of flagella, and because of that, they cannot move from one place to another. And because of that, they are known as non-motile. And the example which we are talking about, Aspergillus and Penicillium, they are known as the conidia. The pink color structures that what you can see on the screen, see this. These structures, they are devoid of the flagella. They don't have the flagella. And these structures, they are practically the conidia as what we were talking about. So two examples as what you can see over here, Aspergillus and Penicillium. In case of Penicillium, I would like to tell something new about that as well. That is, Penicillium is a type of a fungus which has the capacity to produce the chemical which is used for the purpose of medicine, and that is an antibiotic. So पेनिसिलियम में से पेनिसिलिन नाम का एंटीबायोटिक बनता है, जो कि बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है in terms of medicine. So that is what we talked about. That's the general knowledge which you are having it. Another thing is, in higher plants as well, you will find the spore formation, and there the spores is what you might be aware of. Either they are of same type, सबके सब स्पोर्स एक जैसे हो सकते हैं, या तो स्पोर्स में आपको डिफरेंस नजर आएगा. If at all the spores are found to be the same, that condition is known as homosporous, and if at all it is found to be different, then we consider that as heterosporous condition. Now hetero का मतलब होता है डिफरेंट, होमो का मतलब होता है सेम. हेट्रो के अंदर दो प्रकार के स्पोर्स हो सकते हैं. मैं जो कहता हूं अच्छी तरह से याद रखने की कोशिश कीजिएगा. दूसरा वाला हेट्रोस्पोरस कंडीशन, दो प्रकार, एक होता है माइक्रोस्पोर्स, दूसरा होता है मेगास्पोर्स. नाउ माइक्रोस्पोर्स आर स्मॉलर इन साइज एंड लार्जर इन नंबर. होते कम हैं, दैट इज साइज में बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं लेकिन नंबर में ज्यादा होते हैं. और मेगास्पोर्स की अगर मैं बात करूं, दे आर लार्जर इन साइज and smaller in number. So use these two terms to remember. Microspores smaller in size, larger in number, whereas megaspores larger in size and smaller in number. That's the way how you can remember that. उसी प्रकार से अगर मैं तीसरे वाले प्रकार की बात करूं, that is budding found in the plants. Already we have talked about the animals. Here it is related to the plants. In case of the budding, as what we are aware of, an outgrowth occurs, or either it is an ingrowth which occurs. कुछ जगह पर सेल्स बार बार डिवाइड होंगे. A repeated division will be occurring, and because of the repeated division, you will find कि वहां पर एक आउटग्रोथ निकल सकता है या अंदर की तरफ एक स्ट्रक्चर निकलेगा, and that is a bud, as what we have talked about. The best example we can consider, that is the yeast. In case of the yeast, you will find an external structure, an outgrowth. Exogenous part is occurring over here. So this can be specifically considered to be the exogenous type of budding. The best example, that is fungus, that is yeast, which is also considered to be the baker's choice. जितनी भी बेकरी आइटम्स बनते हैं, चाहे वो ब्रेड हो, टोस्ट हो, बिस्किट्स हो, स्पॉन्जी वाला केक हो, ये सभी चीजें जो हैं जिसके अंदर ईस्ट का इस्तेमाल होता है, ये हम उसी की बात करते हैं. वो मल्टीप्लाई होता है बाय बडिंग प्रोसेस. सो दैट इज द टेक्निक हाउ इट मल्टीप्लाइज. उसी प्रकार से अगर हम चौथे वाले की बात करें, दैट इज द फ्रेगमेंटेशन. ऑलरेडी द थिंग्स आर बीन टॉक्ड अबाउट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द एनिमल. हियर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेम इन टर्म्स ऑफ द प्लांट्स. इसलिए मैं थोड़ा फटाफट बोल रहा हूं, सो दैट आपका टाइम वेस्ट ना हो. फ्रेगमेंटेशन, यहां पर भी ऑर्गेनिज्म के टुकड़े हो जाएंगे, और हर एक टुकड़ा जो है इज कैपेबल इनफ टू प्रोड्यूस एन इंडिविजुअल. द बेस्ट एग्जांपल्स ओवर हियर वी कैन कंसीडर आल्गी. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पर स्पाइरोगायरा, यूलोथ्रिक्स, जिग्नीमा एंड ओडोगोनियम. ऑल ऑफ देम दे आर द फिलामेंटस alga, लंबे वाले alga हैं, जहां पर स्पाइरोगायरा के अंदर यू विल फाइंड द क्लोरोप्लास्ट इज फाउंड टू बी स्पाइरल. यूलोथ्रिक्स के अंदर अगर आप देखें तो वहां पर यू विल फाइंड इट इज ऑफ गर्डल शेप्ड, whereas zygnema के अंदर इट इज स्टार शेप्ड, एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी कंसीडर a stellate, whereas in Oodogonium you will find it is found to be reticulate. So based on this particular characters one can differentiate the alga from the other. फंगस की बात करें तो म्यूकर, राइजोपस एंड सेप्रोलिग्निया, these are the examples which we can considered for fragmentation. Beyond that, if at all if we talk about the next part, and that is the vegetative reproduction. Now vegetative reproduction में आपको next lecture में समझाऊंगा. The reason is काफी बड़ा सा टॉपिक है, तो यहां पर विराम. See you.
Okay, thanks a lot and see you in the next lecture. Be safe. अगर आपको मेरा लेक्चर अच्छा लगा हो तो प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू प्रेस ऑन लाइक बटन. प्लीज शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब. अलविदा. सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. बाय बाय.